Hello YouTube, it's Dayo again with another video. So just in case you've been having difficulty with painting clothes, I will be showing you the step-by-step process on how to paint clothes from sketch to final render. So before then, click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell to get notified anytime I release a new video. So let's jump right into the video. Hello guys, I've presently launched in my Autodesketchbook application. So just in case you don't have Autodesketchbook on your device, you can also use Clip Studio Paint or Photoshop or any drawing software that you prefer. So it mustn't be Autodesketchbook exactly. As long as it is drawing software, then it's fine. All you need to do is just to use similar brushes that work the same way as that of Autodesk Sketchbook, and you're good to go. So all I'm presently doing is filling up the base color for the skin color and also for the clothes. So this is all what I'll be doing for now. So I'm filling up the base color on a new layer, the base color for the shirt, for the clothes, and also for the skin color. So I've already done several tutorials on how to create color palettes and how to use color palettes. So I've already done a video on this channel, so you can just search for it and watch it, then you can come back to watch this one. Anyhow, it's not difficult. You can just create or you can just download any color palette you want for your clothes, and there are so many color palettes online, so you can just get them. That's not a problem at all. So a color palette won't be the problem. The main issue now is how to shade your clothes. That's the main issue, that's the main problem. So having color combo or knowing how to use color combo is not an issue. So I'm done filling up the base color, so I'm using a selector to set boundaries. Since Autodesk Sketchbook doesn't support clipping marks, so I'm trying to see how to use my selector to clip up the clip in the already filled base color, sorry. So I've already selected my filled base color. So as you can see, I'm applying colors on top of the base color, and it's not going the outside the background. So that's what we want. So I'm presently going to be using the color builder. I'm going to be using the color builder tool, so the builder brush, sorry. We are going to be using the builder brush. So I'm trying to search for the brush, trying to search for the brush. Color builder, as you can see, that's the name of the brush, color builder. So you can check on your Autodesk Sketchbook and you'll see the two over there. I'm using a default setting, unless the only thing I'm going to be adjusting is I think the opacity a little bit, and also I'm going to be adjusting the size. Obviously I'm going to be adjusting the size because of the side I'm going to be shading. Some sides are very tiny, so I would have to adjust. So all I'm going to be doing is just to adjust and reduce the size and start working on it. So the major thing now, I'm going to be starting the shading. So I'm going to be following exactly what is on my reference photo. As you can see, I have a guideline of my sketch already, so it's going to be guiding me on where to place my shade. So it's very important to lay in your guidelines when you're sketching, so that when you're shading, you use the guidelines, like the lay-ins of the sketch, to guide you on where to place your shadings. So this is exactly what I'm doing now. So I'm using the guidelines of my sketch to predict, like, to know where to locate where my shadows are. So this is exactly what I'm doing. So I would advise you, when you're sketching, you should like sketch out some laying some shadows on your photo when you're sketching, so that when you're shading you can easily locate the shadow of either the skin or the clothes. So this is just the easiest way on how to use this. So you can just play around with the settings. So it doesn't have a fixed I don't have a fixed settings for my brushes, so you can just be playing around with it, because I can't just use a particular setting for this particular painting, so I would have to be adjusting over and over again. So you can just simply pause the video and check the setting and continue. So this is just exactly what the video is all about. So you just try and um, replicate what you see on the reference. Thank God I'm having the reference by the side, so you can just simply be checking and be applying. Make sure you reduce um, if you're not good at applying the colors with lesser pressure, because this brush in particular has a pressure sensitivity. So if you're not good in applying less pressure on the brushes, so you can just simply reduce the opacity of the brush. When you reduce the opacity of a brush, it will give you a more power to handle the brush. When the brush is on high opacity, get um it can get out of hand, like it can just be too thick and it will just spoil your painting. So it's very advisable to use a lesser opacity, so you can have control of your painting. So this is all what I will be doing. So just try and replicate what you see on your photo. Don't rush your painting. Just try and relax and replicate what is there. So also you can also use your airbrush. You can use your airbrush for this particular painting, clothes painting. So presently I just decide to use a color builder for this particular tutorial, but you can also use a soft airbrush or a hard airbrush. It depends on your choice. So this is not just a must. It's not a must to use a color builder. So you can just use any other brush for this particular painting, as long as you it's going to give you the same result. It's fine. So just in case you feel the painting is too light, you can duplicate the layer, then merge them. As you can see, I've done that right now, and you can see there is so much difference from the initial one. So that's what you keep doing. You just keep shading it on a low opacity, then you can duplicate the layer, then you merge it. So that's how it works. And also when you're painting, as you can see, I've switched to my blending tool. I can also use the blending tool to um like to smudge and to smooth some particular side of the shading. Since I'm using a color builder, and a color builder is having a like a sharpness, like a sharpness of a hard brush. So I'm using this um I'm using the hair brush. I'm using the hairbrush, and I'm also using the blending brush for dragging and also for smoothing. I'm using the hairbrush in particular for the dragging, um and also the blending brush for the blending and also for the smoothing. So these are the uses of the two extra brushes, and also I'll be listing the names of the brushes in my description box, just in case you want to see the spellings, then locate the brush which I listed. So all I do is just to apply my colors, then the use the hair tool, the hair brush, to drag and to reshape my shading. So as you can see, it's just a simple procedure. So just keep looking at your reference, then use your color builder to replicate what you've seen. So presently I'm using my hair brush. I'm using my hairbrush, not airbrush, my hairbrush, the hair brush, the brush used for hair. So I'm just intentionally using it instead of a smudge brush. I think I prefer using it because it gives me a particular feel, and it also does what I want. And it seems like I just get used to using the hairbrush instead of the smudge brush in some ways. So I just prefer using my hairbrush, but you can also use the smudge brush instead, just in case you have a lower version of this particular Autodesk Sketchbook. A lower version like 3.7 doesn't have a hairbrush, it only has smudge brushes. So you can also use smudge brushes, but you would have to like adjust the settings and so many things. You can just adjust the settings and also the opacity, and I think it will be good to go. As you can see, I'm also using my cleaner to like adjust some sides that are not having shadows. So I'm trying to clean up and make it a replicate of the reference. So just make sure whatever you're doing, you're copying exactly what is on the reference. Don't go contrary unless you're freestyling or you're doing um just an art for yourself. But when you're doing a commission or you're practicing, make sure you do exactly what is on the picture so that you can easily spot, or when someone is giving you critique, you can easily trace it by yourself, and also the person giving you critics can also trace the mistakes um you made easily. So when you try using a different color, assuming you were using like assuming you are using red color instead of white color for the shading of the shirt, and also you are using a total different brush entirely that doesn't correspond with the shadows and everything. When you just get everything mixed up, it will be very hard for you to learn. So just make sure you keep everything simple. Just keep everything simple. But if you are already um already used to using, and you're already a professional in using Autodesk, you can do whatever you want. But if you're a beginner, I would advise you to just stick to one thing. Just copy whatever you see in the picture. Just copy every single detail on the picture. It's just a form of practice and improvement. When you're done knowing how to copy everything, then you can dive in bringing also your own personal ideas on the photo, on your art. So that's just the main advice I'm going to be giving you. So and any area you see that your shadows are lighter, you can just easily select the side and also duplicate the side, then merge it. You can also use your air eraser. You can use your soft air eraser to clean up some sides that are too thick. So that's all for this video. You can just keep watching and keep learning. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. So just in case you're having some difficulty or you want to ask some questions, you've been having issues with your painting or your brushes, you can comment down below. I'll be glad to help. And also you can, if you want some extra explanations, you can DM me on my Instagram page. You can also DM me on my Facebook page. The links to my social media platforms are in the description box. So thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and also click on the notification bell to get notified anytime I release a new video. Thanks guys for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.